everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Soundbites for Immigration Success. This series is meant for you to get to know your fellow consultant, hear their story, and their piece of takeaway advice that you can bring back to your practice. But this one is a little bit special. This is also part of our 20th anniversary series. As you all know, CAPIC is now 20 years old, and we want to celebrate those 20 years as we move forward. So I'm very pleased and excited to have with us the chair of CAPIC, Prateek Babbar. Welcome, Prateek. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for inviting, Monica.
Oh, it is my pleasure. It is CAPIC's pleasure. First of all, for those who may not know me, my name is Monica O'Brien, and I look after things at CAPIC in terms of education and stakeholder engagement. But today, I'm just merely your host, and our star is Prateek. So, Prateek, my first question to you is: tell us a little bit about yourself and what, what, how did you enter into the profession? Our audience is always interested in hearing a little bit about that.
Sure. So interestingly, this is actually my second career. Back in 2009, I was pursuing chartered accountancy. And at that time, immigration consulting was a growing field. I thought I would explore it as a side interest. But once I attended my first course at Humber College, I realized this wasn't just something you could do casually. It's vast. Um, It has so many areas like economic immigration, business streams, enforcement, family sponsorship, and more. So I decided to commit fully. And yeah, really what inspires me, how life-changing immigration can be. Behind every application, there's a dream of a family trying to reunite or a student hoping to study and build their future in Canada. So someone building a new life in Canada. And that's what drew me into this profession and keeps me motivated every single day.
Oh, I'm thank you for sharing that story. And it's your story is not dissimilar to other people that we've spoken to and our colleagues out there. And now with having a program like Queen's, people are now choosing this as an actual profession from the start, which is very exciting. A quick question. Are you ever bored in your job at all?
Never, never, ever. And actually, I sometimes think if I would have done accounting, I would have been certainly bored. But every day you're dealing with different clients, different cases, complex matters. It's so much interesting, so much fun. And
I get
I'm really blessed to say this as well that my team members feel the same. So yeah.
Oh, well, it's true. You're absolutely right. Every day one goes into the office, you don't know what to expect. And of course, with the environment that we're in, Pratik, with
Hmm.
the changing policies and numbers and levels plans, there's always something new. So it means we always have to be on our toes. So that brings me into the next question then. You've been doing this for quite a long time now. What for you has been your biggest challenge? And you could frame that in the scope of your work, the scope of the profession. And then I want to follow that up with what's been your biggest celebration or your biggest win?
Right. So I've been practicing now over 13 years, Monica. I started my practice back in 2012 at the same time when pretty much ICCRC, they started, it got launched. I think ICCRC was established in 2011 and I started my practice in 2012. So biggest challenge in this profession for me has been navigating through the system itself, you know, especially dealing with IRCC. Processing delays can be long, stressful, especially after refusal, if you're putting a reapplication, goes through the same channel, you know. So if there's an application for a work permit, the person cannot work now for right now what the processing time is 6 months, approximately 5 to 6 months. So they are out of job, and if they have a family with them over here, it could be quite devastating. It could impact them immensely. So the process isn't streamlined, and as authorized practitioners, we don't have a direct contact with IRCC to resolve this quickly. So I believe for me that's the biggest challenge. In terms of celebration, The greatest celebration has been seeing a profession gaining recognition and structure. The passage of College Act, establishment of CACC, like these were the landmark moments, and CAPIC was behind this. CAPIC had a huge role to have that established. So no, but these landmarks had given us formal regulatory framework. You know, they strengthened the public trust standard of. They also set a standard of ethical practice. So yeah, and then on the other hand, talking about my business, nothing compares to sharing their success of our clients. Right? Each approval, whether it's PR, work permit, it feels like victory for us. So if I were to if I had to pick one celebration, it would be to see my firm growing into integrity and also knowing that the impact of our work reaches far beyond.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I love how you phrase that, it's navigating the system has been the biggest challenge, and more than ever right now, Pratik, it's a challenge right now. I think I've been around, many years and seen lots of ups and downs and changes, but I think this feels a little bit different. For the first time in 30 years, we have the public that is not as in favor of immigration. We have a huge reduction in levels plans. We have, since January 2024, 190 policy changes. So navigating all that, so it really means you do celebrate your clients' wins when you can
Oh yes.
navigate them through that system. And then within that framework, we have that profession where we are, and we are so grateful for our professional association and all our colleagues for the tremendous amount of work that we've done, including yourself. I guess then, since you've been around as long as you have, I don't I don't see too much gray hair. Um, for those of you listening, unfortunately, you're just going to get the audio here. What would be your advice to newer consultants, or maybe those who are struggling a little bit as they start out? What would be your advice?
Yes. Well, my advice to them would be, I would probably, break it down into three parts. First one would be patience. Along with that, be compassionate with the clients. Behind every file, there's a human story. There's a dream. There's family. Treat each case with care. Second would be to work with integrity. Always follow ethical practices. Even shortcuts seem tempting. It might take time, but if you do the right thing, success will follow. And I'm the prime example of it. You know, I started off 2012 when working ethically. I was part of ICCRC Finance Audit Committee for a few years, then joined CAPIC, and as a committee member, got into board, and today chair of CAPIC. So there is very prime example in front of you. Third this is the big one, to invest in your knowledge, lean on your networks, know the ARPA inside out, study operation manuals, OPs, IPs, understand them. These should be on your tips, especially the major sections of the law. The more you know, the more confident you'll be, and then better you can guide your clients through complex immigration matters. Last one, I know I said three, but this is very important. If I could add one more, wear your CAPIC badge with pride. It connects you to a community that makes us all stronger.
I love these. Thank you very much. And I've written them down. I think they're so integral to practice, to your practice, and to how we conduct ourselves, because we're always a representative of our profession, both in our private and professional life. So, you know, really important words to take back. And I guess, Pratik, then since you have mentioned CAPIC, this leads me into my last question, and it is we are in the 20th year. How important has CAPIC been for you personally? And this is a couple questions rolled in one. How important has CAPIC been for you personally? And we are at the 20th year. Where do you see it going maybe in the next 20 years? And perhaps we could get you to throw in a birthday wish for CAPIC.
Sure. Well, CAPIC has been essential to my growth as a professional. When I started, I had no business experience. I had to learn the hard way. There were times when people suggested shortcuts and ethical practices, but I chose integrity, Monica, and I wanted my work to speak for itself. It took me years of persistence. Today, I'm proud to have a practice that is 100% referral based, built purely on trust and word of mouth. Um, CAPIC also gave me a platform to build on that integrity. I first joined, like I said, in 2018. Um, been a board member in 2020 and was elected as a chair in 2024. So along the way, I had privilege to be working with remarkable colleagues and also attending stakeholder meetings, as you know, certain some IRCC IP meetings as well. You know, so matter of fact, co-chaired last one in December 2024 while you were there in Ottawa. So most importantly, CAPEC gave me a community of colleagues who understand the unique challenges, you know, of our work, mentors, and also opportunities to lead. I Before I joined CAPIC, I actually, believe it or not, I was not doing any HNC cases or medical inadmissibility cases. And then I came in contact with our colleagues who specialize, and now today I specialize in those cases. So birthday, you know, this is 20th anniversary. I'm very proud of this, Monica, especially being the chair at this stage of CAPIC. It's a huge milestone for our profession. For me, it's both a celebration of how far we have come, you know, a moment to look forward. And over the last 2 decades, CAPIC has grown a strong national voice for immigration consultants. What I'm looking ahead is I'd like to see CAPIC continue to strengthen its role as a trusted advocate for RCICs, you know, expanding their reach out to the policymakers and raising the bar on integrity in the industry. We would like to focus on ensuring the members feel supported at each and every stage of their careers, whether they're just starting out or already seasoned. So for me, 20th anniversary is not just a birthday; it's a launch pad for what's next.
Big wishes there. Big wishes. And I love how you've framed that. It's a launch pad. So I think of 20 candles and they're all coming together and we're launching it. And you've framed that really well, not only for what it's done for you in terms of providing a platform and a place to grow that leadership, meet your mentors, create a community, learn, have a chance to become involved. Um, it provides all that and so much more. And I agree with you. The 20th year, we've come so far, but there's still so much more to do as the profession evolves, as we evolve, and as we move forward in the next step. So I think that's a great way to end it. I'm going to give you the opportunity for any final words that you might have. Do you have anything left that you want to say?
Well, I would just actually reiterate what I just said in my, you know, a few minutes ago, which was that you should wear your badge, your CAPIC badge, with pride. So just be proud of that.
I think that's a strong way to end it. I'm like you. I bleed Capic blood. It's been part of me for many, many years, and now part of you. And I hope for those who are listening, I hope you will really take these words to heart and consider joining our community. We are all part of a broader community of professionals and colleagues, but we'd love to have your voice at CAPIC. Prateek, thank you. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule today. Thank you
You're about
for yes, thank you for what you do for leading the chair of the board. It's not an easy job. It's a lot of time, and we we'll continue to welcome your input and leadership. So thank you once again.
You're very welcome, Monica. Thanks for inviting me again. Take care.
Oh,
Have a nice
it's
day.
my pleasure. And thank you to you and our audience for taking the time to listen to Prateek and to hear our conversation. We hope that you've gained a little bit more about our chair of the board. And we'll see you at the next one. Thank you.